Muy bien, mi nombre es Eric Brieva, yo soy presidente aquí en Bcombinator. Es un honor para nosotros, EO, organizar este concurso de estudiantes emprendedores, porque la misión de EO es eso, es fomentar el emprendimiento en el mundo y aglutinar y conseguir relaciones entre emprendedores. Presento a los miembros del jurado. Tenemos a Ángela Gaspar, CEO y fundadora de Coco by Angela, el yogur de coco más delicioso del mundo, súper natural, súper fresco, una delicia. Tenemos a Chey Jimeno, CEO y fundadora de Draco Systems, una empresa que fabrica microchips aquí en Badalona, y astronauta. No me gusta que lo diga, pero ella tiene la carrera de astronauta también, aunque hace tiempo que no va al espacio. Y tenemos a Alejandro Tres, CEO y fundador de Domenico, que si no lo digo mal, ha tenido recientemente su exit de su empresa, que la ha vendido hace unos meses. 6 meses. Entonces, ellos van a juzgar vuestras presentaciones. Este concurso de hoy es la final nacional de España, y este concurso nacional da pie a un ganador que va a competir después al concurso europeo. Telling you when to go to downstairs, and let's start with Joan that says here.
So imagine being in an industrial plant, 8 hours a week, breathing heavy air, constant noise, temperatures reaching 30 to even 40 degrees. Now you're in full protective gear, helmet, goggles, ear protection, and on top of that, a mask. We all remember COVID, the face sweating, the mask slipping, and each breath more uncomfortable and heavier than the last one. Discomfort has consequences, and when protection does not meet the requirements, people adapt. They loosen it, they misuse it, they even stop using it. Not because they are careless, but because they are human. And this discomfort has consequences if we put it in a global scale. Just in Spain last year, related respiratory absenteeism costed 12.8 billion euros. And we may think this lost efficiency, lost productivity, lost hours is because we breathe through the mouth, but 82% of what we breathe is through the nose. And we can say, and we can see, that this discomfort is truly because of the comfort. I've seen it myself. I've been on the plant. I've felt the heat. I've felt the dust, the fatigue. And I've seen responsible workers being forced to choose between respiratory health and comfortability. Here is where our idea came from. Together with my partners, we created AYRO solutions, and we developed our first product, NASO-SHIELD. NASO-SHIELD is an intranasal device which filters airborne particles without covering the face. It is not an alternative to masks. However, it is used specifically when there's either no alternative or there's a really heavy, uncomfortable alternative. In this case, NASO-SHIELD is discreet, comfortable, and fully compatible with all other existing PPE, which means you can also wear your helmet, your goggles, and your ear protection while also using NASO-SHIELD and for a longer period of time. So the biggest advantage of our product is the biggest market cap. In a market which is expected to grow to 27 billion just in Europe by 2033 with an expected growth of an 8% annually, we focus on markets in which the exposure is real, the high non-compliance has a higher cost, and where mask isn't used. This is what we call the comfort gap. And NASO-SHIELD sits exactly on the middle, where protection is really used and it really affects day to day. Our business model is simple. We sell the reusable product and then combining with recurring subscriptions to replace the filter, we have a fixed price, less waste, and a higher versatility, which is one of our biggest advantages. Just by changing the filter, we can be in many different markets. We can be in complex markets like the steel, mining, agricultural, or we can also protect runners here running in Barcelona through Diagonal. We are a team created by 3 industrial engineers, either working or trained at Universitat Politècnica de Catalunya, also in the HEC, meaning we understand the industrial and project management necessities. We also meet the needs and understand the needs of the businesses, the real human necessities of the workers, and the complexity of the industry. Right now, we are working for partners which will help us scale the businesses and help meet what we truly want, for the product to reach the plant floors and the workers who need it on a daily basis. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Paul, for the pitch. It was very good. So, quick question: can you elaborate a little bit on the difference between your product and a mask? Because you mentioned it's not a replacement for a mask.
Exactly. So, the biggest purpose is if we go to an industry, we can see full-face masks, FPP2s, FPP3s, even surgical masks. Each has its needs. However, as we've explained, they do not cover the comfortability, which ends up being not used. So what we aspire is to cover an 82% of what people breathe. And in all those workplaces, for example, if we put a steel plant, the one who's taking out the steel does require a mask. However, 90% of the workforce does not take out the steel. It's working nearby, and the quantity of contamination in the air, it's exactly the same as that. So we aim to cover those people. We always use the analogy of a mask, of a cap, because it may seem a bit uncomfortable at first. When you put the cap, it feels a bit uncomfortable, but once you start working, you forget about it. So it's the same with this 90% of the workforce. We would simply replace. It's not that we replace the mask, there's simply no alternative right now. So, and it simply works as a mask. What you inhale is filtered by different stages of the filter. We've got active carbon, we've got phase so that it not touches with the mucus, the material is biocompatible. So all this so that you filter in the air, and once you exhale, you're exhaling already filtered air and not contaminating. So yeah.
Hello. How long it takes to learn how to breathe with your device?
As we've said, the analogy of the cap is really easy, and we always use it. And it would take simply 2 minutes. It's not a thing of learning how to breathe, but it's a thing of getting used to it. And what we also took into account, for example, is that the nose has a bit of flexibility, so you do not feel like it's being put in the walls of your nose are being pushed every time. So once you've been 2 minutes working, 3 minutes working, you're already forgotten that you've got it. And it's a way so that workers do not put down their mask, because once you put it down, it's an 82% less of air that you're protecting from. So it's not learning to bike or learning to breathe, it's just getting used to it.
You have your 3 business partners,
yeah.
right? How did you get together, and how did you define what each of your roles would be?
So The three of us, Joan and I are co-founders, and we met in the university. We're both studying industrial engineering, and we're doing our masters right now. And we both, as I've said, I've worked in the plant, but Jan also worked there. And when through having a beer and talking about it, we saw that it really was a problem, not only in for example, in the business I was working on, but also his business. So we started developing. We did our final project from our in university about this, and then we started searching through doing multiple competitions, through being in an accelerators. We had in mind that we needed someone in finance, so we searched and we found Pablo, who also did engineering, but right now is in one of the best universities of management, and he's our CFO.
And a curiosity, how you came up with that idea?
When you were working plant, if you go by the one working in steel or the one pouring whatever small material there is, you start coughing. And if you're working in an office, it may be not exactly in the plant, but you still feel the dust. If you work 4 or 5 hours, your table ends up being full of dust. So we started brainstorming, and we said, truly, we're not using the mask. I go home, I'm feeling sick, I can't stop coughing, full of mucus, and my mucus is not green, it's really black. So we started developing different ideas, getting different inspirations, and we ended up finding this study about we breathe 82% through the nose. So we ended up going through that route.
Did you test it with people already?
Yes.
And which one is the feedback that you receive?
Really good feedback. What we most feared was that it would not enter in a worker's mind to use a new product. It's really difficult sometimes for workers to understand that their health may not be right now a risk, but it'll be in 10 years. Maybe they'll get sick 2 or 3 times a year, but still not related to this. It's really related, but they do not relate it. So we tested it with different potential clients, and right now we're working with industrial suppliers and preparing to do pilot tests. We did some small ones, but right now we also need to validate the prototype to be able to implement it fully.
So you mentioned that you were looking for partners to scale the business. How would you imagine maybe in, 2 or 3 years this journey would have been if you've scaled it?
Yeah. So right now we've seen a big interest. We've talked with 4 big potential clients here in just Catalonia. 4 of them are already interested. So our MVP is to validate the product, which requires about 6 months. Through that, we will in parallel try to enter the market, which does not need that much certifications like the runners. And once the validations to enter the industry are done, we would start commercializing in a year. And in 2-3 years, we would be a B2B with potentially more than 20 or 30 businesses. And as we work with big clients with a workforce, each one of thousands or even hundreds of thousands, we would be at least established in the Spanish market and trying to expand ourselves.
What has been your biggest challenge so far?
I think one of our biggest challenges was when it was a really early project and we were trying to enter different competitions and we were having different things to do at the same time. We were just 2 and trying to do everything by ourselves. So when, for example, we had to protect, it's a device that it's protected by the Spanish regulation. It has a modelo de utilidad, and we're doing what's called the patent. So doing all that and having also to really relegate work, it's sometimes difficult. It's my baby, so sometimes letting a bit go, it's difficult. But once you get used to it, you know it's for better, and it's what really works in the end.
You mentioned regulation, so I suppose that you take that into account, but have you checked also with doctors to see How beneficial is that for the lungs of the people?
Yes, we know the mask decreases the pulmonary capacity of a person in the long term, and once the product is validated, we've already talked with doctors so that once the biocompatibility validation, the difference of pressure, the wind tunnel, everything is done. Once we've done this, we've already talked with different doctors and laboratories to do the studies.
Hi, Paul. Although I am not a member of the jury, so I will not judge you, but I'm the president. And I have a few questions. By first, I have to tell you that you have done an excellent presentation.
Thank you.
So I'm impressed for what you are doing. I want to know the stage of your company now. Is it a created company? What are the perspective of you as a team to take this company forward?
So right now, the businesses is going to be created this month. So we've been a project the last year and a half, and we've got date to constitute the business this month. And we also did it so that as the end of the year came, we didn't want to have all the legal procedures done. And we also present in the mobile in the 4 years from now in March. So we wanted that opportunity to help expand and get to know our business before constituting, as we will start looking actively for investment.
Okay. So if I understood well, you have the prototype already built?
Exactly, yes.
You have it here?
Yes.
A question related to it is why you didn't do your presentation with wearing this.
The thing is, right now, without mass production, it's a bit expensive to create each one. So we always use it. It's being taught by different people. So for terms of hygiene, we didn't use it. But right now we've got, I think, between 6 and 7 prototypes. So yeah, each one of us has between 1 and 2, and we always like to show it around. But it's still, once the mass production begins, it'll be a pleasure.
Okay, how are you currently funding your company?
Right now, we've funded it through going to competitions. We've won Santander in UPC. We went top 5 also in Santander. We won some of UPC's competitions, and we're in some accelerators right now.
You don't have any investor, family, friends funding it?
That's why right now, to do all the laboratories and the validations, we're looking for partners.
Okay. I'm very glad that you're here. I don't know if you have any other questions. I have to say something else.
How much ideally would be the cost of this?
Per unit?
Do you have a rough idea on how much you will sell it and the cost that you will have?
So right now, and what's used mostly in the plant is an FPP2, which has a cost between €2.50 and 3 per unit, and our cost of production would be 70 cents, and we would sell it for between €1 or a bit less. It also depends on if we see the product. One of its biggest advantages is that. Exactly. So you can change the filter.
I recommend that you do that later, because we are running out of time.
So right now you can change the filter as you prefer, and the biggest and most expensive part is the one in the center. So we sell the one in the center, which has a durability of 1 to 2 weeks, and then the filter just has a cost of 8 cents or 3 cents per filter. So that would be our biggest advantage.
Okay, thank you very much, Paul. One more thing. By the way, if you are interested in an acceleration at Bcombinator, we can talk.
Thank you.
Next competitor is Karah Daniela Tonela from EU Business School, and the project is SevnDoors. Welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, it's practical. Let's come back. You can change the presentation of this. This is for
Forward.
yeah, include. Is the correct? It's correct. Calm.
Yes.
Yeah. If, maybe you can try. Yeah. Good.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tonela. I'm the founder of SevnDoors, a company that specializes in home lighting systems. And today I'm going to talk about my project, which is called Calma. Oops. It's not working? Okay. I was born in a family of 6 sisters, which includes my mom. But in the year 2000, a tragedy happened. 3 of my aunts died in a car accident that was caused by bad road lighting and also a delayed response in emergency. And that taught my family a very hard lesson. Lighting isn't just for aesthetics, it's also a safety barrier. And as I grew up, I started developing myopia, as you can see by my eyes. And I started suffering with multiple migraines and headaches. And I realized that the visibility crisis doesn't happen just in roads, it also happens at homes. Poorly built LED chips, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Poor LED chips that have been poorly built can cause flickering across the LED lamps, and that can trigger migraines. Your naked eye cannot see, however your eye muscles can still, they still have to get the poor lights, and also your brain needs to also capture this fast tracking of the lamp. And for elders, it's worse. The poor LED lamps, for them, can cause them disturbance and great injuries. 1 out of 4 elders in one room, and every year they fall. And the #1 reason for this is these low lamps, LEDs, that cause disturbance for them, making them lose a lot of balance, and therefore they fall. So there's a current paradox that's happening in the industry of home design for elders. And it's basically this: elders need a stronger lamp because they can't see clearly as a 20-year-old like me that can see easily, but at the same time their eyes are very sensitive. So this is why I built Calma, because it solves this paradox by integrating high level and high quality, high frequency circadian lighting in lighting systems, but at the same time with professional LED drivers that don't have this particular flickering that causes the eye to have eye strain and the brain to suffer. Also integrated with an AI built-in technology that can measure if somebody has fallen. So like I said, Calma is an innovation that I made through SevnDoors, and it's a built-in machine in lamps, whether it's a floor lamp, a table lamp, or a wall lamp. It can measure the lighting system across your circadian rhythm of the body, and at the same time control and have built-in sensors, so if somebody falls, it's able to pick it up. So this is a blue ocean strategy. We have here 3 different markets that have a lot of competitors, and we built a new market value by meeting an unmet need of people wanting lamps that don't have a low quality LED system, and at the same time they can also control if somebody has fallen. And this combines 3 markets that have good compound annual growth rates, as you can see. So my journey as a founder has made me start SevnDoors. When I was 16, I first started my jewelry company called Cheever, which came from the word achiever. And this company gave me experience when it comes to sourcing from different companies in China, and it was a learning experience for me. Fast forward to 2024 and 2025, I decided to test my digital skills, and I started working on Finding Girls, which is an online community that connects to different women. It scaled quickly, and it gained millions of attractions, and I was able to connect with different people across the world. And now, at the end of 2025 and the start of 2026, I founded the company SevnDoors, which was founded by my parents. So why choose Calma? Calma, which is built by SevnDoors, started as a drop shipping company for light systems, as I mentioned at the beginning. But we have a focus to solve an unmet need of people that want lighting systems that control fall and are able to integrate with your circadian rhythm. And together we can build the system across the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Karah. Tell me more about your, because you are a serial entrepreneur, no? This is the 3rd company that you have created. Can you explain me what are the challenges that you have been facing? If in your previous experiences you were alone, or you have other co-founders?
Well, the difficulties are many because the 3 companies that I founded are from different sectors. So I could say that the first one is doing it all alone, being somebody and having an idea. A lot of times when you're young, people just look at you and they don't really believe, I could say. And the second difficulty that I can say is also having help. Because when people don't trust in your idea, they're not going to help you. So I could say that that was my second struggle. And the last one, I could say that is my personal well-being, that managing these companies and also going to school because I was still in high school. It's just a challenge and a balance that as a 16, 17-year-old, I didn't have much experience in.
So how did you balance going to school and starting the company or the companies?
So now, as I started university, I started the SevnDoors company, and I saw it as an opportunity to have drop shipping and at the same time go to university and have a healthy balance, also social life. And I can say that I have worked that pretty well. Even though it has been only 6 months, I was able to scale the company pretty fast.
Thanks for the presentation. Impressive to see your 3rd company. So what is your biggest challenge in this actual company? Whatever you are in the process of developing the product or selling it, which is your biggest challenge right now?
My biggest challenge is marketing. Like I mentioned before, this is a drop shipping company, and drop shipping lamps is not easy. You have to show the product online so that people online are able to buy. And getting trust from people online, if you don't have the product with yourself, is difficult. So drop shipping these lamps has made me source them so that I can have them physically and make ad creatives through my pages. But that's difficult because it requires space, and I'm an international student, I'm renting a house, I can't just have free space to put different table lamps, and also buy all these table lamps at the same time. So it's a lot of ideation, I could say, to be able to make ad creatives without the product being there, which made me learn how to use AI.
This week in Barcelona, there is the ISI fair show. I don't know if you have been there, because there is one solution of Bang & Olufsen that they have make a lamp on a specific land with sound. I don't know if you have seen it. It's very interesting.
No, I've not seen it.
You have still the chance, because tomorrow is still open, and I think tomorrow there is a free pass for students.
Thank you.
You were talking earlier about like how there's demand and you're meeting that demand. So how do you find that demand for this specific need?
Well, I can say that a home lighting system is something that people need. And there is demand because, like I said, 1 in 4 elders people, they fall. At the same time, my personal experience as somebody that suffers even today with low quality LEDs, I demand lighting that doesn't make my head hurt. So there is demand for two types of pains. And my system meets those needs. Yeah.
So at what stage are you in now? You're actually selling the lamps already?
Right now, I'm currently drop shipping normal lamps. But my future and my focus is to make this Calma project happen.
So what are you doing to get there, or what steps do you need to take?
I'm continuously studying different markets and know how I'm going to make a new market value in these different markets. Like I said before, I have different sourcing capabilities, and I'm using them now to see how these things are built, besides just searching for it.
So basically, do you have a prototype of this product?
Not yet.
Not yet. Any plans? Not yet. You haven't designed it.
I have a design.
Oh, you have a design.
But
okay.
I don't have a prototype physically. Yeah.
Okay. And how long do you think it's going to take you to have one?
Until March, I can have a prototype.
So do you have somebody who's doing the prototype for you, or how are you going to get the prototype?
Well, that's where my parents come in. They have funded my prototyping and testing because it requires funds. And we're working together to go to different areas across China. We have seen this sourcing agent at China, but they said that sourcing agents have this problem of having personal deals with companies because you don't know how to speak Chinese, so therefore they have their own, I could say, ideas. So it's a little bit dangerous. So now we plan on actually going there and we already gave the design, but giving it more and assembling it so that it's accurate. And also have more experience with sourcing while I'm in China.
I have one more question. Have you thought of designing the product, doing the prototype here instead of in China? Just to have a prototype and start testing it?
No, I have not, because I don't really know how the prototyping market in Barcelona works. And since I grew comfortable, I could say, with the Chinese market and how they assemble products, I felt more comfortable going there.
All right.
Excellent pitch. You will stay, right, for the networking?
Yes, yes.
Let's talk, because I may give you some light on how to prototype from here in Barcelona. Okay? And maybe Chair as well. You have to talk to her too.
Yes.
Okay? Thank you. Congratulations. Good luck. Applause. So next competitor is coming. It's gonna be Ewen P. from La Salle University with the project Vive.
Gracias. Lo voy a hacer en español, para que no haya ningún problema, ningún asistente. Arriba, ¿no?
Sí, arriba es para adelante y hacia atrás. Si quieres intentar antes de para ver qué funciona.
Ahora. Más bien al revés, sí. Hola, me llamo Ewen, tengo 21 años y en primero de carrera me di cuenta que al final del año, después de estar un año depresivo y con poca motivación, que había perdido un tercio de mi vida en transporte público. Esto me hizo irme a Francia a desconectar unas semanas para reflexionar porque había perdido un tercio de mi vida en transporte público. Entonces fue cuando mi madre me miró y me dijo, oye, para que no estés así, toma acción, nadie lo va a hacer por ti, trabaja tú por tu cuenta en la idea para solucionar esto. Esto hizo que empezara mi proyecto para poder hacer que la gente se moviera más fácil y poder llegar a sus destinos de manera más fácil. Esto no solo me pasa a mí, le pasa a muchos jóvenes hoy en día. Hay más de 2.500 millones de kilómetros compartidos al año, o sea, que se hacen en coche solo al año, ¿vale? De los cuales hay 400.000 estudiantes cada día que van en su coche privado con una media de ocupación de 1.5 personas en el coche. Estos números, extrapolándolos a números europeos, son 10 veces más que en España. Y el problema es básicamente no intracity, sino de fuera a dentro de la ciudad o de dentro a fuera. Es donde están los campus o los festivales o conciertos. Como he dicho, perdí un tercio de mi vida en transporte público, de los cuales en coche hubiera sido 2,5 veces más rápido que en transporte público. Hoy en día, pues sabéis todos lo que está pasando con Rodalías, pues esto es un problema que lleva también años existiendo. Y este problema no solo lo sufre el usuario final, lo sufre también el organizador de eventos, del cual el 60% de sus emisiones de carbono son provocados por la movilidad. Y esto genera también unas ineficiencias de logística que ellos mismos sufren. Como podemos ver en estos titulares, pues hay afectaciones en el Primavera Sound, en Mad Cool, en Madrid, Barcelona, esto en toda España. Y esto también se transfiere a otros países fuera de España. Y es un problema que es mundial. Y es una cosa que no va a ir bajando, no va a ir a menos. Como vemos en las gráficas, el mercado de los eventos y los conciertos cada vez va a más. La solución, una plataforma donde los usuarios pueden compartir coche para ir a destinaciones finales. Para primero compartir sus experiencias. Al final, la gente que va en un concierto, un festival, una universidad tienen afinidad juntos, entonces hace que el compartir viaje, la confianza que hay entre usuarios sea muy diferente. Segundo, descarbonizar el sector. Y tercero, ser recompensado, compartiendo coche y teniendo incentivos por parking prioritarios o beneficios que damos nosotros en la aplicación misma. La solución se transforma a una aplicación móvil. Esta aplicación móvil donde puedes ver todos los festivales, eventos, conciertos que pasan alrededor tuyo, así como tus universidades. Si clicas en alguno de ellos, puedes ver los viajes que van allí, así como las personas que van, la hora a la que van, el precio que ponen para compartir costes y un perfil de usuario muy social para hacer que esto sea, pues, aumentar la confianza entre usuarios al final. Que un BlaBlaCar, por ejemplo, pues no tiene tan trabajado. Y además somos la primera plataforma plug and play de carpooling que hacemos un widget y lo integramos en las webs de etiqueteras. Entonces, eso sería una etiquetera, por ejemplo, de Good Bunny y la cual integraríamos nuestra aplicación, nuestra tecnología dentro de la propia etiquetera. Y así los asistentes podrían acceder a ella, a la aplicación y poder llegar a esos destinos más fácil. El modelo de negocio. Tenemos tres tipos de revenue. El primero es darle es un SaaS al propio organizador de carpooling, donde él puede ver sus métricas de CO2, los datos de los viajeros que han ido en coche, puntos de origen, kilómetros compartidos, ocupación de los vehículos, reducción de los coches en toda la organización. Segundo, la comisión. Esto es una simple comisión en un marketplace como en BlaBlaCar, que es pones en contacto conductores y pasajeros. Y el tercero, lo que está cambiando el mercado en España, los certificados de ahorro energético, que por compartir coche, nosotros como plataforma podemos monetizar ese ahorro energético. Y €1 equivaldría, o sea, 15 kilómetros compartidos en nuestra aplicación generarían €1 de ahorro. Actualmente llevamos un mes de lanzamiento, hemos estado en 2 eventos presentes, de los cuales habían un total de 6.000 asistentes, y hemos llegado a, no hemos puesto el widget, pues no lo tenemos aún desarrollado, pero hemos añadido links a nuestra plataforma. Hemos conseguido un 10% de conversión de usuarios registrados y 6.000 kilómetros compartidos de pasajeros. Hemos aumentado la ocupación media de 1,8, que es la global en Europa de los festivales, a 3,5 en nuestra plataforma, en tan solo 2 eventos. Nuestra visión es primero empezar con el certificado de ahorro energético en España a aumentar este volumen de usuarios para expandirse después. Nuestra idea es básicamente expandirnos en eventos organizadores para después captar al usuario que está de forma recurrente, que va a la universidad. Y este usuario lo captaremos a través de los CAEs en España. Después de esto, nuestra idea es expandirnos a las tiqueteras de forma europea y mundial, donde estemos presentes a través del widget. En el equipo somos yo como fundador, Pau, mi cofundador que está aquí, estamos supported por Funditec, que es un centro tecnológico de Madrid, el cual nos proporciona, es un Venture Builder, y somos ahora mismo actualmente 2 en el equipo técnico y 2 más que se acaban de unir hace pocas semanas. Muchas gracias.
¿Cómo decidisteis entre los dos quién iba a presentar ahora?
Bueno, el problema inicialmente nació porque yo tenía problema para ir a la universidad. Él es de Barcelona, entonces este problema no lo había vivido tan de cerca, pero él ha tenido problemas también para ir a festivales, conciertos. Entonces es un problema que ambos hemos tenido de diferentes maneras. Y nos encontramos en la universidad porque él estudió lo mismo que yo, y nos encontramos porque hicimos una asignatura que era muy complicada de ingeniería, que era un proyecto final juntos, y como trabajamos muy bien juntos, decidí que se incorporara, y fue en el momento que se incorporó que justo la competencia de carpooling, o sea, Tribu, que es una aplicación de coche compartido que está ahora mismo creciendo bastante, está top 1 en Play Store, en la sección de viajes, pues nos quiso fichar a los dos, y eso fue el detonante después de que Funditec nos viera eso y nos interesara por el proyecto.
Pero yo creo que la pregunta de Ángela era, ahora estabais
vale.
los dos y vais a presentar 50%,
Sí.
50% cada uno, ¿y qué habéis hecho? ¿Habéis tirado una moneda y has salido tú?
No,
¿O ha decidido
no,
que
como he dicho,
salías tú?
inicialmente el proyecto salió de mi parte, entonces tenía más sentido contar la historia desde un principio por mi parte que por su parte.
Gracias por la presentación. Entre tus semanas en Francia de reflexión
Sí.
y donde están hoy, a grandes, o sea, fast forward, ¿no? Rápido, ¿cómo lo armaste? ¿Qué fue el gran desafío que tuviste? ¿Cómo llegaste a armarlo? ¿Cómo llegaste a tener hoy presencia en 2 eventos?
En ese momento, desde que decidí que mi madre me dijo eso, me dijo, oye, tienes que empezar, si de verdad tienes un problema y para de quejarte, empecé yo por mi cuenta a aprender programación. O sea, yo ya sabía programar, pero no sabía programar aplicaciones móviles. Entonces me empecé a programar y empecé a hacer la aplicación. Entonces me quedó un MVP bastante sólido, del cual, después de ese MVP, empecé a hacer vídeos en las redes sociales, que es cuando la competencia nos vio, ¿vale? Y en ese proceso también entré en Tecnova, en la Salle, que es una aceleradora de startups, incubadora, donde hice varios programas para poder perfeccionar mejor la idea y la ejecución, obviamente. Y entonces, después de la competencia nos quisiera de alguna manera coger y fichar a Pau y a mí, ese momento fue cuando pues, Funditec apostó por el proyecto, pudimos contratar desarrolladores y a partir de ahí pues, la aplicación a nivel técnico delegamos un poco, Entonces tenemos un equipo de técnico y de producto y nos podemos centrar en captar festivales y organizadores. Entonces por eso estos primeros meses, bueno, hace un mes y medio de que tenemos la aplicación en la App Store y Play Store, pues hemos podido hablar con organizadores para poder contactar con ellos y a ver qué les interesa y qué no. Y hemos empezado con conciertos. O sea, en sí Shark Events, los dos festivales donde hemos estado son pequeños, no son de gran afluencia, pero nos sirve para entender bien al comportamiento del usuario y después poder replicarlo después a mucho más grande escala en festivales pues como Primavera Sound o fiestas masivas como San Fermín, Feria de Abril, etc.
¿Y cómo lo combináis con los estudios?
Es complicado. Nos ha pillado en una etapa que es cuarto de carrera, entonces nuestra carrera es un mix de ingeniería y management, en la cual los últimos años de management son más tranquilos que los primeros años de ingeniería, que eran más complicados, más duros. Entonces, bueno, pues hacemos part-time, se supone, pero estamos todo el día pensando en la startup y vamos a clase pues cuando podemos, los ratos libres, vamos, pero bueno, ya es el último año, entonces ya tenemos un pie fuera casi. Y aprovechamos a hacer el trabajo final de grado pues, de la misma para pues, trabajar más en la aplicación y en la plataforma.
¿Y con quién competís entonces para esto? ¿Hay otros servicios o sois los únicos?
A nivel europeo solo hay una plataforma que haga lo que hemos comentado del widget, que es Slinger, que están en Holanda y están empezando también. Y a nivel español con los certificados de ahorro energético, en trayectos diarios recurrentes competimos con Tribu, que antes era Hub Carpool. Ellos organizan y ponen en común a trabajadores de empresas en su trayecto recurrente. Nosotros no nos enfocamos tanto en lo que es trayecto recurrente de empresas, sino vamos a un público más joven, que ninguna plataforma de movilidad ha entrado a un público tan joven, y vamos a las universidades y a través del widget vamos a los festivales, conciertos, bueno, eventos masivos como Feria de Abril, San Fermín.
¿Y cómo se te ocurrió preparar el business plan y presentarlo a la fundación esta de Madrid para obtener financiación?
Bueno, pues después de mucho tiempo pues te das cuenta que tú solo no puedes hacer una startup y es muy complicado, sobre todo en el carpooling, hacer esto dos personas. Entonces necesitas de ayuda externa. Entonces era un momento crítico donde estábamos hablando y teniendo conversaciones con la competencia, con Tribu, justo, y porque nos dimos cuenta que solo era imposible. Entonces había esa opción de Tribu y apareció a través de contactos, de conocidos, pues esta fundación pues, que quiso apostar por el proyecto. Y les planteamos, sobre todo, pues es un pitch bastante parecido a esto, sino que es apuntar a estar en todos los eventos, conciertos, festivales y tiqueteras del mundo.
¿Recuerdas algún momento o alguna decisión o algo que hayan hecho que le hicieron y dijeron, la liamos? ¿Cómo fue ese momento? ¿O cuál fue esa decisión? ¿Dónde en algún momento tuvieron un momento duro?
A ver, ha sido un camino duro, sobre todo los primeros años donde estaba yo solo en el proyecto, porque al final tienes una idea, haces mockups de Figma tú solo en casa y tienes que, pues, no invertirte, pero no tienes tantas ayudas para poder saber bien pues, lo que quiere el organizador, lo que quiere el usuario. Entonces, momentos difíciles todo el principio. Estando solo no es fácil, nada fácil, y tampoco estando con Pau ya somos pocos y éramos pocos, dos. Entonces, a partir de que entró este Venture Builder a ayudar, pues todo ha sido más fácil, más rápido. Hay decisiones complicadas en el día a día, pero sobre todo en los inicios no son fáciles.
¿En qué no estáis de acuerdo, tú y Pau?
Hostia. ¿En qué no estamos de acuerdo? Uf. Bueno, al final, dentro de la startup tiene que haber un balance, ¿no? Y Pau se centra más en la parte comercial, yo más en la parte de producto. Entonces siempre hay pues un tira y afloja en, oye, hay que mejorar el producto, no hay que dejarlo como está y centrarnos en vender, ¿no? Es como, no sabes si parar en frenar el desarrollo y centrarte en vender, o parar de vender y centrarte más en el producto para vender más luego. Entonces es un trade-off de incentivos que tiene cada uno y que quiere apostar por el proyecto de su manera.
Solo compartirte como ingeniera que soy que la perfección no existe y como ingenieros siempre queremos más y más y más y llegar, y hay un momento que sabe parar y decir ok, ya está, sale el mercado y ya desarrollaré nuevas funcionalidades o nuevas características de aquí 6 meses.
Así hemos salido.
No...
La aplicación, la que habéis visto, es la que hay actualmente, pero el tema de widget aún no está implementado. Entonces es un poco ese trade-off que hay.
2 preguntas.
Sí.
Una es la puedo unir todo en una. De la experiencia que tuvieron en estos 2 festivales, ¿cuál es el feedback que recibieron de las 600 y tantas personas que usaron la aplicación? Porque te iba a preguntar sobre la seguridad, pues me imagino que debe haber algo con respecto a seguridad detrás del pool sharing y demás, pero ¿cuál fue el feedback?
O sea, lo que nos hemos dado cuenta es que tiene que haber una comunicación directa por parte del organizador y el evento para comunicar eso. Tú internamente en tus redes sociales es muy complicado llegar a esa gente que justamente en vídeos o en fotos en redes, llegar a todo el mundo que va a ese mismo evento o concierto. O sea, es muy complicado. Entonces es mucho más fácil directamente a través del propio organizador encontrar esos usuarios. Eso es un aprendizaje que nos hemos llevado muy grande. Y también que los usuarios necesitan incentivos para poder compartir coche con incluso amigos. O sea, nosotros, a través, como he dicho, los certificados de ahorro energético permiten que cuando, incluso siendo amigos y ocupando el coche de mucha gente, generen un ahorro energético. Entonces, esto hace que los amigos también tengan un incentivo por ir a ese concierto, festival, fiesta, juntos.
Ok, mi pregunta era más, ¿cuál era la devolución que les habían dado? Si tú tienes alguna devolución de esas 600 personas. Y ahora con algo que dijiste, ¿hay algún incentivo para la persona que pone el vehículo?
Sí. O sea, estamos haciendo un sistema a través de puntos, ¿vale? O sea, ahora mismo financiamos esos incentivos a nivel, por ejemplo, de los organizadores, hablamos con ellos para que tengan parking prioritario, parking VIP, a la gente que va con nuestra plataforma, porque al final, cuanto más ocupación les interesa al organizador porque evitan menos plazas de coches. Y a nivel de feedback del usuario final, pues, o sea, feedback directo suyo no, hemos encontrado insights a nivel de métricas que hemos encontrado, pues, por ejemplo, que el propio usuario se conecta 1 o 2 días antes del propio evento para saber cómo desplazarse. O sea, no miran una semana vista cómo llegar a ese evento, sino 2 días antes es cuando todo el mundo se conecta a la aplicación y publica sus viajes y reserva. Muy bien. Gracias.
Algún día espero subirme a uno de esos coches. Muy bien. Vamos a dar paso al siguiente concursante, que es Brais. Brais Vinseiro, que nos viene a presentar Dive Longevity.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Do I have something to... thank you. Which one? Okay. Okay. Good afternoon. There is one thing that the scientific community strongly agrees on these days, and it's that sleep is the foundation of health and longevity. So please, raise your hand if you feel you could have slept better this last night. Okay, I see quite a lot of hands. So there is a problem here regarding sleep, and we are not alone. In Spain, almost half of its people report sleeping poorly, and the factor number one is stress. In addition to that, the solutions we are taking to improve sleep are not good for the long run. Things such as melatonin gummies, benzodiazepines. So there is a clear market opportunity here for better and new solutions. Sleep is no longer a niche topic. It's becoming mainstream. And the market clearly is growing. And also the shift is changing. People are focusing more on health and longevity. In Spain, there is almost 5 million people between 25 and 55 that has sleep problems and take supplements to improve sleep. So today, I'm glad to announce that we created Dive Dreamer, the new drinkable formula to improve and optimize nightly rest and recovery. It's designed by health professionals, doctors, nutritionists, and made here in Spain. We created with them with 3 pillars in mind: without melatonin, not to force sleep, but to optimize it; with a more holistic approach, not only getting asleep faster, but more benefits beyond that; and creating a nightly convenient and tasty drink to drink every night. All powered by 6 functional ingredients that has clinical evidence and works in synergy. So this is basically a ritual. You prepare it, slow down, you drink it, and you signal your body it's time to rest. So Dive Dreamer works on the 3 stages of the night. Before sleep, calming down. During the night, improving the continuity of sleep and the depth. And in the morning, feeling more refreshed and with more vitality. So getting good sleep is a performance advantage. So our target is what we call mental athletes. Mental athletes who carry stress into the night and it's hard for them to disconnect. Mental athletes who also are not feeling truly rested in the morning. And those who want clean label formulas. So how we are taking Dive to the market? We are a direct-to-consumer brand with a subscription pricing model and a strong focus on community, brand, and a network of health professionals. We communicate the magic of taking sleep as a habit that changes our lives. And we communicate hacks, tips, and educate the community to improve the longevity and wellness through sleep. Regarding the competition, here we have 2 kinds of players that are specialized supplement brands and the generalist ones. They compete on price and product range. We don't. We compete on a very curated product that we will iterate and improve over time. And also, we aim to create a new technology or synergies and absorption technologies to improve the product with real clinical science. We have a very good partnership with a lab here in Spain that produces the product. And also we have an open collaboration with a research institute called Biovizcaya in the Basque Country. And that's the door to make a clinical study of the product and in the future explore new technologies and improve the formula with clinician experts. Dive is Spain's first single product brand focused only and exclusively in sleep and nightly rest. So our projection, first, I'm glad after 1 year with my mate developing and trials, meetings, traveling a lot, we launched this Monday Dive Dreamer to the market. So our objective is in a couple of months get the product market fit, really validate the need, and escalate the product and the technology at the end of the year. Our financial plan for the year is to get 200,000 euros in invoice and sell 7,000 units of Dive Dreamer. We also we just granted around 3,000 euros in non-dilutive funding to start the project. So we are Joaquin and I, co-founders of Dive Longevity. We also have a third team member that is an expert on CRO and performance marketing. And this wouldn't be possible with our mentors from science to product to marketing that help us along the way. So thanks for listening. This is Dive. And if you want to scan the QR, you can get a guide of El Arte del Buen Descanso to optimize and improve your sleep and get to know when we launch. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brais. How did you sleep last night?
Well, not good. We came from Bilbao today at very early in the morning, so I was a bit stressed. And stress is the main factor for me and for most of people. So, I took my dive dreamer last night, so it helped me a bit, but yeah, not very good.
What motivated you to launch that kind of product? Because you are suffering sleepless, or why?
Not really the sleep. I have the luck to sleep quite well. It's more of the longevity thing and the health. For me, health is my purpose, and I want to improve people's health. And through these years, we were investigating how can we improve health. And sure, now we know that sleep is the main pillar you have to have in order. You can eat well, do exercise, but if you sleep bad, all go off. So for me, it's the health and longevity that is making me this. And I also kind of a freak. I measure everything. I take supplements to improve my sleep and my recovery. So that's it.
Well, congratulations on launching this already.
Thank you.
How did you get to have a physical product already? Like, how long did it take you? How was the journey?
We started this in a trip to Korea and India, and we studied the market of supplements. We were like, okay, let's see what supplement is they really work or not. So we came to Spain. We did kind of a consultancy, go to market to Spain, to brands in India, and we came here and we saw the opportunity. Okay, let's do something, create something for changing this. And we saw that supplement industry doesn't really have that scientific backed component. So we started more or less with we were like 1 year and some months investigating, focus groups, research, validating the problem. We tried 4 times. And I think it was more or less 6 months ago, we decided, okay, sleep is the pain. So people suffer from sleep issues. So we started talking with doctors, nutritionists, some kind of health professionals. 6 months ago, we started with exploring the formula. We talked with a lot of labs here in Spain because we are doing a small quantity, so it's hard for getting that. And 3 months ago, we closed the lab. We started the production test, organoleptics. It's such a complex process because it has to taste good. And 3 months ago, so this last month, 2 months, we closed the formula. They started ordering the raw material, and now we are launching it next week. That's how we got here. And all the design and that is done by ourselves. We don't have we didn't pay an agency or that. We also love design, so that's it.
Awesome. How much is the product and how long does it last? That size, it's 240 grams.
Yeah, so we are a subscription model. So as you pay your Netflix each month, we also want it to last 1 month, the dive. So it's 30 nights, 30 doses. A dose is 2 scoops in a half water glass. So yeah, it's 34 euros per month, per dye pack that lasts 30 days. Yeah, because also we use the clinical amount of the active compounds, because a pill is quite cheaper but a powder with the right amount is more expensive to produce.
And did you have to get Sanidad approval and all of that? And did you do it yourself?
Yeah, we got it. We pay a third advisor Sanidad thing. This also took 3 months of work and a lot of protocols, things into consideration. In order to design the label, it has a lot of asterisks and a lot of things that we had to take into account to follow the Spanish law. It's not easy, but it was not impossible. So yeah.
So your model is subscription, you said,
Yeah.
but how are you going to be noticed in the market, let's say, so that people know that dive is the ultimate drink for people who has problems to sleep? Are you thinking in social media? Are you thinking? Also, I was checking the shop is still not ready in the website. So, what are your plans?
Yeah, so our main focus here in the early stages is performance marketing. So we are launching on Monday. So from Monday on, we are putting on active meta ads campaigns. So we have this Gerard, our third teammate. He's an expert and he has worked in other supplement brands before. So he has a lot of know-how. So we are betting for the marketing, performance marketing, Google and Meta, basically. We also have a one-time purchase option, but it's expensive, just in case some is an objection to subscribe. It's not a compromised subscription. You can cancel. You can buy one and cancel that. But we are seeing this model is working very well in the US. Brands like AG1, I don't know if you know it. So that's the plan. For now, paid media, and also we are closing brand ambassadors, but not just an influencer that has no scientific background. We want clinical experts. So it's getting difficult that other profiles, but we are closing some that they will also be the ambassadors, but with science-based for studies.
Do you have in mind any complementary products that you will develop?
For now, we are only focused and obsessed with this product. That doesn't mean that maybe in the future we see the opportunity to maybe there is another, science is advancing, maybe there is another problem and another good supplement with science-backed ingredients that we can create. But we are focusing on not taking hundreds of pills a day and simplifying the routine. For now, probably for this year, for sure, we are focusing on just one product. Maybe in the future we can explore more, but we don't want to convert as a generalist brand that has 45 types of products. That's not our objective.
And what has been your biggest challenge so far in the business, and how did you overcome it?
Well, the biggest challenge in this business, I think, is regarding our age. Because, for example, we can do social media by ourselves, like organic content, but we can't because of, we decided not to do it because of our age, because at least here in Spain, the doctors are like the older doctor, the more trust I have. So as we get younger, less trust. So this is a business also of trust. So I think it's a challenge to we can't do organic media, or we decided to not to, and also the labs at first they don't take you serious. So it was a challenge to we are really going to do it. So so I think that was the the biggest.
You mentioned that you have a bunch of mentors.
Yeah.
Can you share with us if it was beneficiary or not to have it there, and in which aspects of your business they help you?
Yeah, for sure they were. They have helped us to do this. If not, if they weren't be our mentors, probably we haven't been here. So to put an example, for example, one mentor is my own doctor, a psychoimmunologist, it's quite difficult, a doctor that is a doctor with a holistic background. So I had also 3 years ago health problems, and he helped me a lot and taught me a lot. So he guided us to, okay, when we went to the labs, they said, okay, put melatonin and people will get like kid coughs and you will sell. And put sucralose and sugar. And so that doctor and also a pharmaceutical that has worked in big pharma guide us, okay, let's do something holistic. And we learned a lot of science now, also, well, to apply to ourselves and to the product. And also, we came from an entrepreneurship degree, and we had one mentor that we are the first ones in our college to do like a food product. And other could say like, okay, you are kind of crazy, sell a service or do something different, and they support us like for 1 year without any financial result. So that was crucial for us. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congrats. And cool. Then now is coming Ognyan Urumov from EU Business School to introduce us to Intelevox. Go ahead. You can use your video yourself. Take this.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Ognyan Urumov. I'm 22 years old, entrepreneur and student at EU Business School, and the founder of Intelevox. Basically, before studying business and all of that connections, I spent several years of my lifetime studying informatics and AI digitalization, and more often like this. 1 year in specific courses with that, and 2 years in bachelor in one of the universities in Bulgaria with informatics. But I decided to drop out from the university because I realized my passion was never just build a software, but actually build a problem-solving business. While working with many businesses, I have accumulated that they have one problem, and I saw that again and again with every business I have mentioned with. Small business owners were working hard, but losing customers due to outdated digital systems, websites, and communication with their customers. These problems were not visible on paper, but it was slowly killing the growth of one business. And that's how we find our problem. The problem is that small businesses really rely on outdated digital systems and personal email accounts and self-dependent customer communication. Every missed call is a lost customer opportunity, and every manual process increases costs and slow down operations. While large companies automate everything and every their process, the small businesses are left behind, not because they don't want to automate their business, but because there's too complex or too expensive. That's where I built Intelevox. Intelevox provides full business digitalization and customization with AI infrastructures and for service-based businesses. We build professional websites, customer relation management systems, automation workflows, AI chatbots, AI phone assistants, and automated booking and follow-up systems. Instead of hiring more staff, Businesses like any dental clinic or restaurant can use Intelevox to respond instantly on the point. Whenever someone calls you, you can't even need to touch your phone. AI automatically answer your phone and capture your lead. We don't sell individual tools, and we design and deploy complete AI-powered systems. Our market model business. Our primary customers are service-based business, like I've mentioned, local companies, clinics, healthcare services, restaurants, and hospitality and home services and agency. We're working with a revenue model that is hybrid. First, they need to pay for the setup fee, the implementation revenue, and second, with the recurring subscription income. Because our delivery is digital and automation driven, we target gross margins above 70%, allowing us to scale efficiently. Our traction. Intelevox is currently in the early validation and pilot stage. The platform is live. Outbound sales are active and lead generation are in progress. Our focus is building repeatable sales and onboarding processes before scaling further. Our vision. Our long-term vision is to build the AI business operating system for service businesses, and we want to make advanced automation affordable and accessible for the smaller and the medium companies nowadays, but not only for the large enterprises. By standardizing AI-powered business infrastructure, Intelevox can scale internationally and help thousands of companies operate more efficiently. Intelevox is being built by a founder deeply involved in sales, represents automation architecture and customer onboarding. GSEA represents a unique opportunity to learn from experienced people and to gain more mentorship and further contacts. Thank you for your attention, and I'm open for further questions.
Thank you for your presentation. Do you have actual customers? Not yet. But do you have a prototype?
Yes.
Is it working?
Yes.
Okay. And any feedback from anybody who has used it so far?
I used one of my friends' kind of businesses to build a website for him. That is absolutely correct with that, and I implemented an AI chatbot that is helping if the customers are having some problems or some further inquiries about the business, and if it's not complicated like for some deals or specific issues, it can solve your problem or your inquiries or question absolutely without any hesitation, because one AI bot or one AI agent is built specifically for the business and for specific purposes.
So the challenge now is to find customers.
Yes.
How do you face that?
Can you repeat?
How you are going to do something to gain the customers?
Right now, myself, and I've been looking through Upwork and Fiverr to hire some freelancers, so they can actually generate leads and make an outbound calls, even myself. Right now, my target niche is for the restaurants in America and the USA, because many of them are actually having this kind of services, but not on this level.
Tell us about your team. Are you working on your own, or do you have a team working with you?
I'm completely working on my own for now.
So how do you motivate yourself as an entrepreneur to keep going?
Because that's an idea I have like from the last 3 months, and I really want to do something, not because I see something, let's say, from a social media and I think it's going to work. I really believe, and I'm really 101% involved in my idea.
Do you have any mentors? Anybody helping you?
No?
No. Okay, that's quite challenging.
It is.
Okay, which is your which is your biggest challenge?
My
Now.
biggest challenge is finding the clients and, to be honest, to be the best on the market with that, because there's many agencies, but they have a lot of problems and they lack of time, they lack of opportunities they can give. And nowadays, we all know that the AI have a lot of opportunities with every single day coming up front.
You mentioned that you have tried it with one peer of you, one friend of you. So have you asked him the feedback about your leadership to implement that project in their business?
Yes, they have actually given me some feedback about that. They told me that actually the system I implemented and created the whole website with the AI bot is really usable, and it can save them a lot of time to hiring some people to answer questions live on chat, and it can really save their time because again his business is kind of startup and he don't have any time to proceed with everyday's questions on his business.
Yeah, but this is the benefits that your product offer to them. But I wanted to know how the feedback that he gives you about the leadership, how you lead to implement that on them, if he was happy, how you were teaching the other people how to use your tool and all these things.
Basically about using and implementing, it was not a hard process to implement the whole product through his website. It was not hard, but not a lot of people know about these opportunities with AI nowadays. Basically, he gave me feedback about that. Some of his clients actually use this, and they told him that it's more easy to find their questions, an answer to their questions if they have further.
Okay, so you're in a huge business. You have unlimited customers. Have you thought of how are you going to massively implement your product? Because it's not something that you, well, what do you thought about that?
I thought about in future I would create like a platform where the business owners can actually track their revenue percentages per month from using our bots and our digitalizations, and they can see the results on live. Basically a feedback from the bot of how many times, of how many messages they have sent and received, and how many appointments they have booked. So basically the platform would allow the business owner to actually see what revenue growth and what scalable process using our company would help him.
How long have you had this business, or when did you start it, and at what stage are you?
I started the idea several months ago, and I think it was just another idea, but then I was bringing this back, how the process work and everything behind my back. I was thinking a lot about this business, to be honest, and after realizing that if I think so much about something and I invest so much of my time and emotions in it, there should be a way it can proceed. So from the last 2 months, I'm invested my time, besides the studies, all of my time is going to upgrade my projects, to read about the news of the AI, and to upgrade the whole project as it.
I'm not a member of the jury, so I will not judge you. Very interested in what you are doing. I want you to make a demo. If I like it, I might be your first customer. That's one thing. Second, did I understand well when you said that you have dropped off the university?
Yes.
Are you currently a student?
Yeah, I'm currently studying.
You are business school.
Yes.
So you drop out of the Sofia University.
Yes.
Okay, I understand. So you are a student. Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations for the presentation. Very good. Thank you. Finally, we are going to see the last presentation of today. It's going to be Aleix Cases from the Polytechnical University of Catalonia. He's going to introduce us to Brinkr solutions. Welcome.
Sí. Perfecto. Alex. Con este puedes moverte con estos dos. Vale, este siguiente. El de acá. Si quieres intentar, solo estos dos. Intenta. El de abajo. I start? Okay. Good afternoon to everyone. My name is Aleix Cases. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Brinkr. Imagine that with only one photo, you can extract all the data of a delivery node for a construction site and get insightful data treated of your site. This is Brinkr. Okay. Right now, cost control is chaotic. Every data is entered manually in an Excel sheet, and the document is lost instantly. Our solution is a 95% faster, has an accuracy of a 99%, and it guarantees that the document will be traceable ever again. So we organize the database, so it's everything findable, and you can find everything by date or supplier. The product is really simple. You only have to take up your phone, scan a QR, then take all the photos of the delivery nodes, send them to Brinkr, and Brinkr, with his OCR and AI, will extract all that data and merge it into a dashboard and insightful statistics, so the engineer can understand what's happening in his company or his construction site. Let's talk numbers in the market size. Right now, there's 1,000 million companies in the European Union that are in the construction sector. Only 30,000 are available for our market, because they have a revenue of 500K or more annual, and they have 5 or more employees, so we keep the holdings out of the place. We are hoping to get a 1% acquisition of all those companies in Spain, which would mean a 300 or 250 clients in 2 years. Our competition, you now may be thinking there's a lot of companies that extract data with invoices right now. And it's true, but no one does it, no one fits the need for construction needs. Let's say you have a supplier with an item, and that item doesn't have a price in the delivery node because it has been packed before. So what we do is we create the workflows so the prices are joined in the construction, the control of the site. How do we monetize? We are focused on B2B and with a monthly subscription, which is usage-based. The more you use it, the more you pay, based on how much you process delivery nodes. Then our gross margin is approximately 60%. It's been 3 months since we launched our MVP. We have right now 6 pilots, and we have onboarded all those companies, and they are using it. The feedback has been awesome. We have been iterating really fast and putting up features every week. And all these pilots combined, they have an annual revenue of 650 million. So we could say that the core of our product is validated, and there's a market who wants it. So we are ready to scale it. The team is founded by 2 co-founders, Martí, who's the CTO, and he's doing right now another pitch, to be honest. And he's a developer, he has a background of computer science, and he has worked as a software engineer for some startups, one with Miralta Bank as an investor. And my background is, as you said later, before, civil engineering. And I have worked with 2 of the biggest companies here in Catalonia, Copisa and Calaf. And right now we are not searching for any round of investment. We are bootstrapping because we think that we can get some clients and have a better position negotiating the investment. And that's everything. If you have any questions, we'll be glad to answer it.
On the pilots that you have, first, thanks for the presentation. Based on the pilots that you have, have you managed to do ERP integrations?
Yes, with OneDrive and also with an internal system with an API.
So basically, you've connected the information that you get from scanning not the invoices, the landing bills, and they managed to connect with the invoices. What is it that you?
Yeah, with OneDrive, what they can do is the construction companies are super traditional, as we know, and they don't want to change their workflow. So if the only thing that they don't want to do is process all that data, what we can offer is we process it for you, and then you have an integration in OneDrive where the same Excel as you were doing manually will appear. So we don't change your workflow, we just take all the administrative hours out and let you work on construction. And the internal system is just an API of the process, and then they do all the front end. So we just process for them right now.
Thanks for the presentation. So, if I hear correctly, you are running 6 active pilots at the moment. So, how do you combine that with your studies? How you can provide customer support to them if there is any issue?
Okay. Yes, I'm finishing my studies. We said, right? I'm finishing my studies, so I'm only doing 3 subjects, and 2 of them are quite easy. So, I have full of time. I was doing an internship in Calaf, but I left it in November to focus on the startup. And to finance my life, I'm working as a ski trainer on the weekends, so I can make some money and finance it.
You've targeted the construction industry, but can this also be applicable to other industries?
As of retail? Or
any other industries besides construction?
Yes, it can be. There's a lot of corporates. There's a company named Dost, which I think they just closed a round for 7.8 million. But they are focused more on like just invoices. You can also go for retail and restaurants. There's another startup who I think they just closed 2.5 million in a round of investment, who is called Hatlock. So yeah, you can do it for a lot more of like sectors, but we're focused on only construction for now, at least.
Why construction? Because your studies are from civil engineering, and I suppose that the experience in work that you have in business, yes, it was in that, and you detected this kind of niche, that it was a need for them, or how you came up with that story?
Yes, I processed a lot of delivery notes manually and lost a lot of documents and had to search for them, with a lot of hours were wasted and not learning about engineering itself. So that's how it occurred to me that we could process. I told Martí, because I know He's a beast developing, and he told me that yes, it would be easy. It would take 2 weeks. It's been 6 months, but we got it.
You mentioned about bootstrapping the company so far,
Yep.
Which I think it's great. How are you planning to scale this from where you are now with the pilots to scaling to, I don't know, 20, 30, 100 customers?
Okay. Yes, as I said, the companies that we're doing the pilots, we went for like the big fish on the tank. So they would give us an MRR quite big to work with it. And so we were thinking that we don't want to bootstrap the company like totally. We just want to try to bootstrap the maximum we can so we don't waste any money. And once we get a client, then search for that money and scale it. So for now, it's just focusing on getting those clients and some more that we're contacting every week, but getting some clients just to have more cards on the table to negotiate with investors. Okay. Thank you.
First, well, it has been a very complex deliberation, as you may notice, because of the time they have taken. I have here all the papers they have completed for all of you. Okay, very stiff competition. But first of all, we want to recognize your participation with a diploma for every of you, and you can please come as I named you to take a photo with us, with the jury, and then a photo for yourself alone, and then we will announce the winner, and then we will ask you to have a small video one by one for social networks and promotion of yourself and your company. So we will do that for you. We reach to around 10,000 people every month in our network, so you will be, that's nice for you. As I said, all of you will have 1 year access to Bcombinator launch. So we hope to see you here from time to time. Anytime you can come, stay here for work, meeting people, mentors, investors. So you are welcome. So first, this is not by order, it's by order of diploma. Brais, Vinseiro. Take a photo showing the diploma.
Lately I've been trying to get away, book a one-way flight when my mind feels straight, cause I'm betting on the day, parlay, all plays. I don't play no games, but I know it ain't your taste and it's quite okay. If you really wanna feel what I'm like, come to my side, baby.
Paul Rodriguez.
Yeah, what it take to really live a life, what it take to feel good, coming in the with the wave. That's okay. Yeah. I don't wanna mess with what we got. I know it ain't a lot. I know it ain't a lot, yeah. I don't wanna with the wave. That's okay.
Ognyan, Urumov. Aleix Cases. Karah, Tonela. and Ewen P. Vallegant.
No, I only got so long. Yeah. Well, I just wanna feel free. Yeah. If it's you and me, we're gonna be alright. Just let me live my life. Yeah. We can roll the dice, shoot a bell life, wasting days being high. Well, alright. Yeah. Well, if I wanna smoke weed, if I wanna sip drink, if I want a little peace, they're gonna be alright. Right. They're gonna be alright. Yeah. If you wanna feel good, then you know where to go. Seem like you already know. Seem like you already know. I don't wanna with the wave. That's okay. Yeah. I don't wanna mess with what we got. I know it ain't a lot. I know it ain't a lot. Hey, let her ride now. Lately I've been trying to get away, book a one-way flight, but my mind feels straight, cause I'm betting on a day, parlay, all plays, I don't play no games, but I know it ain't your taste, and it's quite okay, if you really wanna feel what I'm like, come to my side, baby, we can slide all night, yeah, what it take to
And the winner is Aleix Cases. Felicidades. Aleix, congratulations, and we will tell you why you won, so you and everybody knows what was the main reason why the jury decided. I have to say have been very stiff, so the punctuation for all of you were very close, but it has to be a winner. Every of us will tell you something. So one thing that we like it, the jury like it, actually they allow me to say something for you, is that you have gone through the entire entrepreneurial process, from suffering the pain yourself. So what told you that the market may have that need, finding out it actually have the need, designing the solution, and looking, and that's it. And that's it. Okay.
And finding the partners, because you look for a partner who will be able to develop the project for you, because you don't have technological skills, and also suffering the pain that you know when you choose a partner. It could deliver the things in the time frame that they say, 2 weeks, or maybe it could last 6 months. And this is what you are going to suffer when you will be in the market, developing other features in your products. That it's very important to find a good partner and to trust in the timer, or to push for the time frame that you need.
What really I identified with from what you said was the bootstrapping. I've also bootstrapped my businesses, and so that really resonated a lot with me.
Congratulations. Everything resonated with me, but the one that definitely I felt very identified with you was you having 6 customers, having to call them, explain your business. They're being very traditional, so probably it wasn't easy. So definitely that was the best thing I've heard of your project.
Congrats. So, we can continue networking. Don't feel disappointed for not being the winner. There are a lot of opportunities for you. You are very young. You are very well prepared. You are great entrepreneurs. And there are many, many options to help you. I never won a competition before when I started up. And despite that, I have founded 5 companies that have been successful. So don't demotivate yourself. On the contrary, this has been an opportunity of learning. One more? Yeah. One us, and then one with all of you, and then one individual. Please come, all of you.
Yeah.